Here we go.
Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you're well. Guess what? That's it. It's that time of the week again. It's the midweek hump, baby, and we all love a midweek hump. Anyway, I'm going to get straight into the meat and potatoes. Look, I'm going to premise this video by saying this is my opinion. This is just my opinion, and it's my opinion based on what I've seen. What I've seen in the media, what I've seen out there for us all to take in, to pay attention to, what's being pushed by the likes of TMZ, the Mirror, the Sun, all of legacy media and these media corporations that seem to have a certain way about them. And especially when it has come to this Liam Payne situation, they've had a certain way of going about it. But what I'm going to talk about in this video is exactly what I think happened, or one specific detail in the Liam Payne case that I think needs to be taken a real close look at, because something ain't working out. We did talk about it last night in the live. Thank you for those of you who joined me and Brian as we discussed this debacle that was the TMZ Who's to Blame Liam Payne documentary. But before we get into it, just make sure that if you aren't subscribed to the channel that you do, if you want to listen to someone who will tell you as it is, cut through the bullshit and not feed into this narrative that is being pushed in all of the cases that we talk about, all of the stories that we talk about and will talk about. Can we get over 50% subscribers between now and Christmas? Come on, make an old guy happy. I'm like 44, you know. I know I only look 21, but I'm 44. Anyway, let's get straight into it. Because look, this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about this guy first, because this is what I think. I think that Liam Payne didn't die from the fall. That's my thought process in this. I believe that this is a cover-up, and that Liam Payne was dead before he fell from the balcony, if he fell from the balcony at all. And why do I think that? What's brought me to that conclusion? Because we've got so many people who have come forward and given us stories. We've seen pictures, haven't we? So surely I must be wrong. But first of all, before we look at two things, let's just talk about the pictures and video. Isn't it odd that not one picture, not one video clip, nothing that we've seen is clear enough to absolutely 100% say that what you're seeing is Liam Payne? Surely it can look like Liam. Of course it can. It can look like Liam, but anybody can look like anybody in a picture that is of an extremely poor quality. And isn't it odd that also when they're trying to prove that someone else was in a certain place at a certain time, their imagery is very clear. You can absolutely, without a doubt, know that who they're talking about being there is indeed there. The only person that they seem to be struggling to depict in picture video, have we even seen a video? Have we seen one single video? Despite this being a hotel and Liam Payne being a global star who was apparently going into some kind of utter chaotic spiral. There's not one clear image snapped from an iPhone or a Samsung. There are other brands, of course, but loads of... It's this... You would think that someone's going to have either a Samsung or an iPhone with a half-decent camera. You can snap a half-decent photo, even straight out the pocket, straight out of camera, no editing, bosh, done, have it. You've got it there, captured. It's done. But seemingly nobody was interested in doing that. But we do have a picture taken by this person who we're going to be speaking about that was showing Liam Payne sitting quite calmly at a laptop. Not aggressive, not kicking off, not mad, not going crazy. Because, of course, something came through on that laptop, didn't it? Something come through that threw Liam Payne into the rage that we've been told about. Funny that. Who am I talking about? We're talking about this guy to start with. Let's talk about him. If I can find my mouse cursor. This guy here. Brett. Now, Brett can't get his story straight. Now, initially, Brett, trying to hide a smirk before, what did he say? Did he say that he was with his wedding planner and they witnessed it together? No, he didn't. Didn't mention that person. Didn't say that he'd been called by that person or depict any form of interaction with anybody else. It was him he saw. He was the person. But then the lady who has subsequently been brought forward as the wedding planner, she has a conversation. You can go and see it over on Down the Rabbit Hole News. Fuck me, I said that right first time. Because she had the interview and deciphered that interview. And that lady, she sees something. She's not sure what it is at first, but she's pretty sure it's a body, apparently. Because she's there looking. And then she hears the noise. She does. She turns to Brett, who's in the room, because he's in summer mode, whatever that means. But he's partying. This is a wedding party. He's with guests. He's got a beer in his hand. He's happy. So she physically has to go to him and get him and explain what she thinks she's seen. And to that point, they go out and they see, apparently, Liam staring back up at him. But that's not what he told TMZ, is it? That's not what he told them. He spoke about it, didn't he? The way in which it's going to affect him, ingrained into his brain. The sadness, the shock, the horror that's going to haunt him. The same shock and horror that was making him smirk when he very first spoke about it. And seemingly he was that shocked he couldn't get his story straight. And maybe the woman who spoke about it, the wedding planner, maybe she was wedding planner. Maybe she too was shocked, so shocked that she misremembered what was going on. But so that's one of the reasons why I struggle to believe that Liam Payne fell. Because there's people who are seemingly suggesting that they saw or heard the fall who I believe are lying. And again, this is just my thoughts. And thoughts aren't facts. It's just my thoughts based on what is out there. And then what do we look at? We then have something else that comes off that. And it's that Liam Payne, right? So he was convulsing. He was having some kind of episode. Foaming. This is the massage guy. One of the guys who was witnessed manhandling someone in a still shot. Who knows who that was? Looked like Liam. But all of the pictures looked like Liam. But would those pictures be enough to say it was a conviction? Say this was trying to get someone convicted of a crime. Would those images be clear enough to convict someone of a crime? Now, if you answer no to that, so how could you say that they're clear enough to absolutely depict that that is indeed Liam Payne at the times with which we're being led to believe they happened, and these pictures are depicting what we're being told that they are indeed depicting, whether it be a drug dealer, whether it be something else to do with Liam Payne. These pictures simply aren't clear enough. But this, so he had a psychotic episode. Psychotic episode. Again, how do you know that he was having a psychotic episode? How do you know that without being a medical professional? How do you know that Liam Payne hadn't... Something else wasn't the problem. There wasn't something else there. And how is it that in one breath he can be convulsing and to the point where he's foaming at the mouth? But then, like that, he's up and about talking, compos mentis. In fact, he's able to get up in his room, sort out his coat, sort out his bag, his hat, and then climb over a balcony. Just don't make sense, do it? And it's because of these things. And we could go on. We could indeed go on. Rogelio Norris, visiting him 3 times throughout the day, with him 40 minutes before hotel, claiming that that's not true. Then depicting that he left around 4 o'clock, whatever. But can't truly get that story straight. Rogelio Norris stating that he's somebody who's never ever done narcotics. No type of narcotics. But Liam Payne, completely the opposite. Under the fucking bus you go, mate. Under the bus you go, Liam. Yoink. There you go. See ya, fella. Friends like that, who needs enemies? But point being, every single thing that we're being told is either being told by someone who can't seemingly get all their ducks in a row, or the stories change. Even the images, the very first images we saw of Liam laying there, he's supposedly hit his head on the concrete umbrella base, which is nowhere near him, and seemingly smashed. So did Liam hit it that hard from a 49-foot fall that he smashed it to pieces, and then part of it vanished and it moved away from him? The pictures, when you look at them pictures, they do look to have been altered. I'm not saying they are. Perhaps that is indeed Liam, and perhaps he was placed there. Who sent the pictures to TMZ to release them in the first place? Was it that same person who was filled with shock and upset and sadness and an image that will be with him for the rest of his life? Or was it someone who saw an opportunity to take a picture and send it on to TMZ, who has ruled the roost since then? Let me know down below what you think. Because the more I look at it, the more I see, the more I just ain't happy. And from what I truly have taken in from everything from the beginning, I truly believe that Liam Payne didn't die in that fall. I believe he was dead before the fall, if the fall ever truly happened. Let me know what you think. I'll catch you all in the next one. Mwah.